Hey everyone, welcome to Data Millennials. I am Atul, and in this video we are going to discuss how we can apply or use a Acos function using calculated field in Looker or Google Data Studio. So as you can see here in my table, I have the column Acos angle output and Acos number output. But if I'll show you the raw data source, then you can see here that we have two columns, input for Acos number and input for Acos angle, and we have to change this number and angle into the Acos value. So in this video we are going to apply or use the Acos function as a calculated field in our chart or in table from scratch, so that you can get the awareness that how we can apply the Acos function using calculated field. And before we use this function, let's understand the Acos function. So Acos is a type of arithmetic function which basically returns the inverse of a cosine function in radians. Now let's go and create a calculated field using Acos function in our table. So you can see here over we have the Acos function syntax, where you have the function over here and you have the input value over here. So x is a parameter which is a field or expression which should contain at least one numeric value. So let's go and create it from scratch. So first what I'm going to do is that I'm going to click on this edit button, and then I'm going to create a new page. So you can create a new page from this page button, and you have to click on new page. Then what I'm going to do is that I'm going to copy this header over here, okay, and then I'm going to create a table. In order to add a table, what you need to do is that you need to click on add a chart and click on this table. Once you click on this table, then Looker will allow you to add a table on this empty canvas. Once you create this table, you'll see that Looker has automatically selected the values. Now, in order to select the data source, you can come over here in data source and you can select your data source from here. As my data source is already selected, so I'll select this data source over here. Then I'm going to modify the dimension as well as the metric over here. Okay. So the first thing that I'm going to do is that I am going to remove these dimension and matrices value first, and then I'm going to take the dimensions, which is input for Acos angle, and then I'm going to add input for Acos number. So you have already added these two over here, and now what I need to do is that I need to change these angle and number value into the inverse of cosine function, and that we can do using the Acos function. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to use the calculated field over here. So the first thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to remove the metric, and then I'm going to add a new metric over here, and I have to click on create a field. So in this create a field, the first thing that I need to do is that I need to put a name of this field. So the name of my field will be Acos angle output. So I'm going to put that. And then I am going to put a formula over here within my calculated field. So the formula will be Acos. As soon as you write AC, you will see that the IntelliSense of this Looker will provide you this function. You can select from here using mouse, and then within this bracket you need to give a number. So as you can see over here, my first column is input for Acos angle, and I'm going to put this column as a field over here, or as an input field over here. So I'm going to give the name of the column, which is input for Acos angle, right? And then I'm going to click on apply. The moment you will click on apply, you will see that you have a new field over here which says Acos angle output. And the next thing that we need to do is that we need to convert this input for Acos number also into the inverse of the cosine function. So again we are going to add a new calculated field. From here we need to click on add metric, we need to click on create a field, then we'll give the name of our output field, which is Acos number output, and then we'll give the formula Acos. Within this bracket we'll give the input field which is input for Acos number, and we'll click on apply. After applying this Acos formula, you can click anywhere in your page and you will see that you have another output column over here, which is Acos number output. And in this way, basically you can return the inverse of a cosine function using the calculated field in Looker. Happy learning and see you in the next video.